Welcome back to Class on Grass Podcast, Season 2, Episode 19.
Here at a different time than normal. Usually
Well, they
here.
won't know that.
It doesn't matter. It's for us,
Yeah.
We have a different energy today.
We
It's
do.
a different vibe,
Mhm.
We normally are in the morning. We have a morning energy. Now we have that afternoon energy.
What that means.
Afternoon energy, all awake.
Yes.
And could we say a week of football that is not standing out among the rest?
Which we found to notice while making the plan today.
With our new donated 2006 iMac.
Mm.
Really one of the best pieces of machinery I've seen in a while.
Really?
Yes. I need to improve it a little bit, but then it'll be running better than the 2020s.
I think Steve Jobs made it for 0 improvements, I think.
Well, he was like, this is the ultimate machine.
Yes.
This right here is the ultimate machine. And it works like a charm, except when it freezes. But it doesn't. We're on the right screens. If it freezes, that's okay.
Pretty good for being in a garage for like 3 or 4 years.
And
Year-
just
year
coming
round.
out like 15 years
Yeah.
ago.
Yeah, so.
So not that bad. Thank you, Mr. Brian, for your support to the
Yes.
podcast through that.
A Patreon, a loyal Patreon member.
Yeah, a loyal Patreon member, and really showcasing his support through this computer and the table and the chairs.
Oh, that's very true.
Through the whole setup.
Yeah, so to get into it, I'd say kind of the craziest thing. Everything else was pretty kind of standard Premier League or just
Yeah.
soccer week, but this one, angry Marseille fans marched down to the training ground with, those flares that they
Yep.
have in the...
They do it in the Turkish league
Yeah.
all the time.
Yeah, and they threw them into the training ground and, it just set on fire.
Wait, was the players in? Were the players
No, I
in
don't
the
think
training
they were
ground?
in there.
Imagine. That
Yeah.
would have been horrible.
Yeah, but the
God, I
building
got a
burned
cough.
down, which is crazy, and it was in response to I think a couple things. Their game against Rennes got canceled or postponed, and then as well, I think the owners have handled things very poorly, and they're just not overall happy with how the club is being run. But I mean, that's pretty extreme.
Yeah, I mean, you're a fan of the club. Why are you trying?
Why are you burning down?
Why are you burning down your own facilities?
Yeah. I haven't seen that before. I've seen a lot of, angry fans online, but nothing to this extreme.
I actually have when cats get fur balls
Mhm.
stuck in their throat. I have that right now.
That's unfortunate.
I'm a cat. Just give me. There we go. All right. I see I'm composing myself.
Yes.
There we go. But yeah, fans doing that should not be happening. I understand you're protesting against your club, but don't be throwing flammable items onto the training pitch.
Yeah.
That's
just going to set him back more money.
Exactly.
And you're not going to get any new transfers or anything in.
Exactly. I mean, it just doesn't. It seems counterproductive.
Mhm.
But whatever the fans.
The French do it differently.
The French and the Ukrainian and the Turkish.
Yeah.
How many times have we seen Turkish league? Even in the stadium. I swear.
Well, it's
They light flares
the
in the
whole
stadium. Yeah.
And it's not just one end. I don't know how things don't burn down more often.
Is it do you think it's moderated in a way? They're allowed to do it? It's so weird. I've
There's
never
so many,
seen
it has to be.
I've never seen another league where the fans just light flares.
Yeah, and I know it's banned in the Premier League or England and stuff, and people sometimes sneak it in, but
Yeah.
not to the extent where thousands of people have their own flares and are
It doesn't make any
shooting them
sense.
off and
I
stuff.
mean, to me, but I mean, maybe there's a reason that they have those flares.
it would be kind of cool to play. with a
Yes,
bunch of-
but have you ever seen the pitch man, the guards with the giant shields on the pitch?
yeah, it's probably not very safe, but
No,
it
they'll
looks
throw
cool.
things on the pitch. They'll use their shields
Yeah.
and they'll block them out. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's what if you ask me, this is actually a question I want to ask you because after this discussion, like if you ask me the most passionate place for football, I would say like one of those stadiums, like Besiktas Stadium, you know. But like, where do you think the like most passion for the game coming from the fans, not the players, is in the world?
Well, one thing that comes to mind is Boca Juniors.
I was just about to say Argentina and Brazil.
I have watched a documentary on that rivalry with River Plate and Boca Juniors, and they are crazy. Like, there's been, killings and, riots and stuff over games and over players. So I think that's very extreme, and I think they do have passion. But maybe bringing it down a little bit, I definitely say, I feel like England, some clubs do, but I think at the top level, you kind of lose that.
Yeah, well,
there's a lot of plastic fans.
Like a while ago, I think you had. Have you ever seen the movie Green Street Hooligans?
No.
So there's this movie. It's really good. I think it's about. It might be West Ham, but it's some so each team has this fan base that's they're like ultras kind of, and they're like a gang almost, and so in the stadiums and after the games they'll go up and fight each other. like I'm not even kidding.
Are they fans of the same team?
No, so it's just this movie about these and it's based on real events, and it's about these West Ham fans who are Green Street Hooligans who after the game against Chelsea or something go to the Chelsea Hooligans and they just kill each other. It doesn't make any sense.
Back in the
yeah, I don't know, 1980s.
Yeah.
But they were and even in the stadiums they would try to find each other.
That's a bit unsafe.
I know. Does that show a progression of where football could be going?
What do you mean?
To a place away from that, obviously.
I think see it has calmed down a lot.
Well, because in England it's calming down, and Germany is very calm, but then you have places like South America where it's not at all, or Ukraine and Turkey.
Yeah, that's true. But I think, I think if it's definitely the Premier League, it's so high profile. I don't think the security would allow.
Yeah.
A fights on the ground of the stadium. Probably, I think they can't do much if it's outside of the stadium, but.
Yeah. Moving on from that a little bit, we had the Villa rigged win, handball offsides. I don't know what to say about this game.
Yeah.
But I can take it because I know you have an emotional attachment to it. Mm-hmm. I am more of a neutral in this game.
You are. I can't say much, but I have seen Villa fans in support of us saying that was a penalty, that was
so let's start with the handball here.
Yes.
It directly hit his hand, but they think it touched his thigh before it hit his hand, but that doesn't matter.
No, and
they were using it as an excuse.
Yeah, and they've changed the rules so much because at the beginning of the season, remember, everything was a handball.
Yep.
And now they're not calling anything as a handball, even when,
his arm was out. Fully
and maybe it barely touched his thigh and then hit his arm. I don't think hitting his thigh that slightly would change his arm position. I don't know how that affects it at all.
It doesn't make sense. His arm was out, ball hits his arm. That should be a penalty. Okay? Mm-hmm. Then Villa take the lead, and then in the end of the game, Danny Ings gets offside for a goal that should be... here's the problem with it. It's one of those things where if it was onside, they would have called it on. Mm-hmm. And if it was offside, they would have called it off. What was the decision on the field?
Somehow, the linesman called it offside.
So it makes sense.
No idea why he would ever call that when it's that close.
So it makes sense that they're told to keep their flag down. Mm-hmm. But then it defeats the purpose, in my opinion, because when you keep your flag down, then you go to VAR and you decide. But the VAR is so flawed because it's just where you draw the line. There is no definite this is where Danny's shoulder is.
And they say the shirt sleeve.
They were drawn.
You can't score a goal when it's there.
No, exactly. So his arm was down a little bit. It wasn't completely out. So
it was
Yeah, it was down. So it looked like they were drawing it at the shoulder, but they could have moved it back a little bit. And if you zoomed in, there was 2 pixels in between.
Yeah,
both lines. Like 2 pixels
It's how good
on the
your-
camera quality, and
it's how
that
good
they
your camera
use.
is. That's it.
Their camera is so sick. Like, it's so good. You know it.
Mhm.
Best in the world. So 2 pixels on that camera is unreal in like
Yeah.
the minute. Like, at that point, it's just onside.
I think if it's that close, so yeah, the thickness.
The problem
of the
is he
lines,
called it off
yeah,
in the beginning.
The thickness of the lines is crazy. I don't know how.
Yeah, they're actually so big.
Like, I don't know why that. They should just be as thin as possible, and then
Exactly.
you can actually see if it's on or not.
Exactly.
I feel like more if it's like than a thick line, but, and if it's that close, obviously the linesman somehow called it offsides in the first place. But if it's that close, I think it should be what it was called on the field.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying, and that's why I said they get away with it because it was called off.
Yeah.
The problem is, I agree with that. If it's that close, you call what was called on the field, but they tell the refs to leave their flag down, which means that
Then
every
you would
time,
kinda have to change it.
yeah, which means that every time then it would be called a goal. So I think it's okay to say when it's that close, do whatever the field call was because there's not enough evidence to prove either way.
Mhm.
But then don't tell the linesman to leave the like this one actually was probably a good example of what they should do. But it's just hard. It just annoys fans,
Yeah.
especially like you, who supports Southampton. It annoys them fans because there's so much changing in the rules, and there's so much. Oh, this ref might say this. This ref
Yeah.
might say this. It's not like I guarantee you. I go up to any Premier League fan and I say, "What are the VAR rules?" And they're gonna differ between fans.
Oh, no one knows what's going on. And yes, we were saying it could now just be up to the linesman, make your decision then, and then go
Yeah.
review it. And if it's too close, then stay with that decision. But at this moment in time, they're told to keep it down, and he raises his flag with that close of a
Yeah.
difference. I don't know why he did that. In the
And
first
like
place.
but the problem is like the lines they drew, he was offside.
Mhm.
So like the other problem that I think if he calls it off and then they're only going to result to the lines exactly what the lines say, which I don't think they should.
Mhm.
You know, I think if it's that close, they should make a certain thing where it's like if it's this close, you just call what was ever on the field.
Mhm.
But like for what, like if you didn't do that, then like hold up, I lost my train of thought. I don't know how I did that. Fully lost my train of thought. Like I was literally just talking.
You're saying how if it's like a certain amount of distance or so close, then it should be on the field. And then
Yeah. So then, like, the other way that you could be doing it is if you did exactly the call of, like, the tiny little lines.
Mhm.
But then the problem is, like, if the lines show that you were onside, but the ref on the field calls it off, players will stop playing. Right?
that's true.
Then you could have scored a goal but then, like, and then to counter that, you would have to play through it being offside. That doesn't make sense. So I'd say it's so difficult. VAR in soccer is so difficult.
I think one other solution could be when it is that close, have either the linesman on that side or the head referee to go over to the monitor. No lines or anything, just see the replay. And
That's
make
a
it
good
for
idea.
himself. Because like when it's that close, it's gonna be like up for interpretation for the person who's doing the lines anyway.
Mhm.
Like they could move it slightly one way or the other, and no
Yeah.
one could really tell. I feel like it should just be up to the linesman.
It's so
looking at it.
people are so passionate about it that no matter if it's the way you just described, if it goes back to what it was before, which I don't see football going back away from VAR. But if that's what it
No,
was,
yeah.
if it was the ref goes over, if it's they draw lines, there is going to be a fan or a group of fans that hates the decision.
Mhm.
Always. That's why it's so hard in football. You know? Especially when, like, it's a fluid game. It's not like any other sport.
Yeah.
Other sports stop, you know? You can quickly look at a play. You know, but, like, in football, it's a little different. I don't know. But, I mean, VAR controversy is just, it's nothing new.
No.
It's nothing new, and it
Just
will
another
will be something that stays with us for quite a long time. Moving over to West Ham in the Premier League, who are sitting...
Challenge?
What?
Can you challenge, like, in the NBA? If, like,
No,
goal
you
on
can't.
line?
That would
can't.
be a good idea too.
You'll see. So I was talking to my dad about it. he thinks you should be able to challenge a certain play, but I feel like then it would. I don't know. I feel like it might ruin the flow of the game.
Because if you compare it to like in the NBA, if you step out of lines, then it automatically pauses the game.
Yeah.
But then if you don't step out of lines, the only way you can pause the game is if like you call a review. Or
Yeah.
So I feel like that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, I was thinking like a while back when VAR was first introduced and there was a lot of controversy to start with. I was thinking managers should get 1 or 2 challenges for the whole game, and that's the only time VAR can be used. So if there's a goal and they think it's offsides, they use that challenge.
Yeah.
But it can't be used for anything else because that gives the flow, I think, a little more, and that means there's only 2 to 4 stops in one game.
The only thing that like puts me off about it is I love the sport so much that I don't want it to start becoming like American sports.
That's true.
But like it's at the same time like there's nothing wrong with American sports. It's just like I think it gets really at the root of like a lot of things like sports in America, but like soccer has such a big divide in America. I think it's the biggest divide.
Yeah.
There are really good like soccer fans, but then there's also people who just hate it, And so like I feel like it's hard to like take a rule from another sport and put it into soccer because I feel like, oh no, we're like change like and also change is like I don't know, it's like it's not scary, but it's like people don't want like it's the game that a lot of people love. You don't want to change it, but change always helps. Moving on from that, Lingard to the Hammers has been completed this week. Last week we were talking about Lingard to the Seagulls, and I might have shed a few tears when I saw that he didn't come back to the Seagulls, but it's okay. The Hammers, are they still sitting in 4th?
So they lost to Liverpool just before this. I think they might be 5th.
Let me check. I mean, no matter what the table says, they've been doing really well this season. Declan Rice,
Somehow.
Antonio, Fornals, Cresswell.
Benrahma.
Yeah. Well, I mean, have you seen enough for like? I think Benrahma can offer a lot more than he has been. And
They
also
sold him, or they bought him permanently. He was a loan, and they sold
bought him permanently.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like, have you seen enough from him? Like, I know he can. He in the championship, he was well good. Such a good player. Do you think that he's showing that skills right now in the Prem?
Well, David Moyes doesn't seem to like him as much as the West Ham fans do. As in the start, he wasn't starting a lot of games, he wasn't getting a lot of minutes, so I think he maybe is starting to get more now. I haven't really checked that closely, but, I think he deserves to be starting more because he's one of those players that, with more experience, he will improve more, and he just reminds me of a Mahrez or
it's same nationality, right?
Payet type player. So
one thing to note right now, like you said, West Ham are sitting in 5th. Tottenham are 2 points behind them on 33. West Ham are on 35, and the goals are currently beating Tottenham, which could solidify that place in 5th place for West Ham. Can we talk about that though? I mean, you guys watching this will know the result. Chances are it'll be like 4-1. They win.
Tottenham.
Harry Kane's going to bag a hat-trick in the last 2 minutes.
Yeah.
But, Leandro Trossard scoring. We're up on Jose Mourinho. Graham Potter for President of the United States?
Where did that come from?
He's just such a great man.
Yeah.
It's
so organized. Such a good leader. Yeah.
He is, he is one of those people that you never want to leave the club until you lose a game.
Which happens multiple times.
Last week, I wasn't so fond. Right now, President of the United States.
Good game. Most underrated manager in the league.
Most underrated manager in the world.
Yeah. So, but
come on. But seriously, on a level, 1-0 to Tottenham is pretty good.
How much time? So.
We are currently beating them 1-0. And I believe it's halftime. Trossard in the 17th minute. Of course,
a lot of soccer left to play, I think.
A lot of footy left to play.
Yeah.
Of course, Pascal Gross with the assist. A true classy passer of the ball. But, going back to West Ham, they could solidify that 5th place this game week. Leicester and West Ham both in the top 5. There's no way we see them both in European football. But we are halfway
West
through the
Ham
season.
have to fall off.
We're halfway through the season, mate.
Yeah, there's still a lot to play.
I know, but like,
You'd have to check their fixtures, because if they have actually played some pretty good teams and gotten results, then it's like, yeah, okay, but if they've had a pretty easy run and they've picked up like 4 wins from, teams they should have beat, then yeah, you can give it to them.
I swear I'm going to sound stupid right now, but you play every team for the first half of the season, yeah?
Mm.
So it doesn't matter. If they played a half of the season, they've essentially played every team once. The only thing that differs is home and away fixtures, and it doesn't really matter right now.
No, yeah, I'm saying if they would have played, the 14th, 15th, 16th place team, yeah, they probably should beat those teams, and that's why they're in the position they are.
Yeah, but they've played everyone.
So high. Yeah, but I'm saying recently.
Oh, well, yeah.
Because, like, Southampton's their last... I think I saw, like, since mid-December, they've only played one team below them.
Yeah.
And we have, like, 1 win in 7 games or something, and then, like, a couple draws.
Yeah, I mean, form will come back.
Yeah, so...
But,
I think it is a lot about form. We'll see if they keep it up. I would be surprised. I know Leicester can keep it up,
Well, here's the thing.
I
Is
do.
Jesse Lingard the guy to go in there and make him get Champions League?
I'd like to see it.
Here's the... like, genuinely speaking, Jesse Lingard can do a lot more than he did at Man United. Like,
Can he?
the last... Yes. He's a good player.
Oh, well, the last year, because he's only played twice in the last year. But, like, I think he peaked in 2017, 2018.
Well, I mean, he's young. He's like 20. I'm just saying, like...
He's not 20.
Yes, okay.
He's like 28, 27.
28?
I think he's way older now.
Yo, mate, I swear you're on a madness.
25.
He's 28. Wait a minute.
He's old. Do you think he was young?
Jay Lings is old, mate.
Yes.
Oh, this is a new world I'm entering right now.
The joke is that people say, oh, he's the next big player, because people had said that for
I'm the guy
4
who's
years.
saying, oh, Jesse Lingard's
Yeah.
the next big thing.
Yeah,
It's like Anthony Martial.
yeah.
Wait, Martial's younger?
Martial was like 19 when he went to Man U in 2016.
Golly. Oh, my goodness.
You need to get your facts straight.
I mean, you're the one who said Marcus Rashford was 26, so...
That's not bad, though.
No, but we both
Well,
have...
was he 23?
Yeah,
that's
we
3
both have a
years.
strike now. It doesn't matter. We both have a strike.
Mm.
Strike.
That would be the next trivia.
It's
How old?
ages.
Yeah, how
I-
old people.
Okay, you want to know what's good, though? I love doing age trivias. You have to admit it.
Why?
I don't know. I just sit upstairs. I'm like, hey, Dad, how old do you think this guy is?
Okay. And then City, actually, talking about that top 5, they are first, I believe, by like 3 points.
I need to pull it up again.
But they are on a 12-game win streak.
First 3 points, game in hand.
Yeah, 12-game win streak, longest in their history.
How about John Stones getting dropped immediately? After
Dropped?
Laporte is starting. He started the last game.
Did he?
Yeah. After...
What is Pep doing?
Well, no, I'm just... Laporte's better. I think Laporte... I mean...
But it's form.
Yeah, John's
Stones
been unreal.
and Diaz have been incredible.
But they kept another clean sheet.
Sheffield United. So, I mean, we can't. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. But I think they've kind of been quietly, like, not slipping up at all. In the
Well, it's
past.
quiet because everyone focuses on the teams that are like
Man
U,
or
Tottenham,
Liverpool.
Liverpool.
And Man City have just been climbing it.
But it's because Man U, Tottenham, Liverpool have been like insane and then really bad and then insane and then really
Yeah.
bad. And they're also high profile. I feel like people don't like even 2018 when City won the Prem, they weren't talked about as much as the other teams.
I think they were.
Like, well, no, but like
'Cause they
Liverpool
were,
this past season was talked about a lot more.
Yeah, because it was their first title in a while, I feel like. And with City,
Do you think people are just done seeing City do well?
Oh yeah, I think it's gone really old. But back in 2018, people were saying they were the best team ever in the world. But
Yeah. Well, I mean, they never got the Champions League, but they hit that 100-point mark, which was unreal.
incredible. And then Liverpool, I think the season
99.
after didn't get
99.
97 points.
Something
and
like that.
Man
Yeah,
City
it was
got 99
crazy.
Or something.
Yeah.
But those were good seasons.
I think people are just sick of them doing well, though.
No, yeah, I think no one.
It's
really
kind of
cares.
old.
No one really cares
It's
about them doing well anymore.
I think that's the way football works, though. You know, you have great teams, and then like it's just like, okay, they've been good. Now move on.
Yeah,
Let's
everyone
who's-
wants
who's
to
next.
see Man United win.
Yeah,
Or Tottenham or someone.
because like you want variety. That's why, if anyone asks me the best league in the world to watch, to be a spectator of, watch the MLS. You'll never know who's gonna win any game.
Actually, well, betting wise, MLS is the worst.
Yeah,
You literally
you will lose so much money.
you do not know what will happen.
Like there's a different MLS Cup winner every year.
Yeah,
Like
every game is a 50-50.
every single one.
There is no way to know how players will play because there's just
Yeah.
overall the level is just so different from
It is.
Europe that.
But it's like everyone's the same level.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
there isn't any team that's like that much better than the other teams.
no, LAFC for like
They were
3 months were like, oh, they're great, and then they don't win the
Exactly.
cup because
Like
some
Atlanta
other
United
random
with
team.
with Almiron and Josef Martinez, they would win a lot.
Yeah,
But like
they won once.
yeah, they won one MLS Cup, but like they would win a lot of games.
Yeah,
But like other than that, like realistically speaking, you never know.
no,
I mean, what? The Loons were up 2-0. Great Reynoso free kick, and then we lose 3-2 in the last 10 minutes.
Mhm.
Like, stuff of dreams for the other team.
nightmares. For us.
Nightmares for us. But like it is, like, if you want to see Balotelli Aguero moments happen on the regular, watch the MLS.
And then Manchester United with Lingard leaving that, as we said last week or the week before, he got dropped from the first team roster, and we were saying Amad Diallo will probably come in. He played his first game with the U23s, scored a Panenka penalty, and
What a
one
beast.
more other goal, and that's pretty crazy. It was against Liverpool's U23s too, so
Well, I mean, he's good.
I didn't know if he was good.
He's pretty good on FIFA.
Really?
Yeah.
Does he have a special card?
No. I
you
used him
used
at the
his?
beginning of the year.
Okay.
He was cold. He was
Nice.
insane. But, I mean, you never know how he's going to do with Man United, but, I mean, come on. Who was signed to Fulham from the FIFA? Was it Mitrovic? No. Fulham signed someone
Oh,
just
yeah.
because of their FIFA card.
Yeah, it was a random Greek striker.
We've talked about it before.
Yeah.
I think we had like I don't know, 19 episodes ago or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, that's what you okay. Realistically, Chelsea played career mode this summer.
Yeah.
If we're getting into the FIFA talks,
Mhm.
Chelsea injected money into their club and played
Use
career
the
mode.
transfer or new owners.
Yeah, yeah.
Get like 10 million.
They who would be the team that would use their scout future star?
Man, you?
Who's the future star?
I'm a Diallo. No one really knows.
No. It's got to be someone who came up from the academy.
Oh, true.
Because that's what the future star. They bring someone in to the academy.
Greenwood.
Mason. Mason's the scout future star. All right. A little off topic there. But we do, now because the week was a little bit of a dead week, we're going to give you guys transfer rumors because transfer rumors are what you guys all like, always. So, starting out, we have Tottenham wanting Di Maria.
Yeah, contract.
It's a
up
rumor,
in the
though.
summer. Yeah, these are all rumors. These aren't confirmed. But his contract is up with PSG at the end of the summer. So, I mean, they just have some dead wingers, Tottenham. Like Lamella, Bale. Just, no, like...
What would bringing in
Son.
Di Maria do to change that?
Exactly. Just don't.
Okay,
They're
but
not very
I saw
exciting.
an Instagram post like a week ago or something, like maybe a little less than a week ago. And it was talking about how, and it's true, Di Maria has been in the shadows of so mmany good teams that have won so much. Real Madrid, Man United, Argentina national team, PSG. And, like, he's done well.
Yeah.
He's not bad.
He shows up, like, in some big games. I feel like he has scored some important goals as well. So it's
he does well. It's literally just that there's always someone there who's a little bit better. Argentina, it's Messi. PSG's got
Real
Neymar and
Madrid
Mbappe.
was Ronaldo.
Yeah, Real Madrid's Ronaldo. Man U's like Rooney and Zlatan. Was Zlatan there when he was there? No. It was just Rooney.
Mm-hmm.
But still, like, Rooney did more for the team. And, like, maybe not did more. You can't say he did more because, like, Di Maria has been really effective, but he gets the spotlight more, right? So, Di Maria's been a really good part of all of those teams, but not praised because, like Neymar said, he left Barca because he was in Messi's shadow. I think Di Maria is a player who has lived in a shadow his entire career.
Yeah. But, something to mix it up, I think.
But, like, if he moves to Tottenham, he's going to be in Kane and Son's shadow.
Yeah. But, again, Tottenham are just so boring. It's like Kane to Son.
They're boring, but they're so fun to watch at the same time. Because, like, you know what you're going to get. Kane and Son, masterclass. Yeah. But it's really fun to watch.
Yeah, but then they sometimes blank. And
yeah, that's the problem.
They're odd.
For all you FPL Donnies out there, don't bring in Kane or Son.
I never did.
I think I have Kane on my team after saying that.
Look where I am, 6th place in our fantasy team.
You want to know what I'm really mad about? There's 2 people in the Class on Grass League that haven't played in like 6 months, and I'm still behind them.
You're last.
I'm still behind. I've changed my team up the last like 3 weeks. How am I behind them?
I haven't changed it since week 1. I haven't changed my team at all.
Yes, you have.
I've transferred out De Bruyne when he got injured, and Calvert-Lewin for Mitrovic, I think.
Doesn't matter because Javi Bonds got a goal, and Harry Kane. Or no, Mo Salah bagged 2. So my team is looking nice this week.
Nice.
Yeah, okay. And I captained Harvey Barnes like any good fantasy player would do.
The stupidest decision I've ever seen.
You see, that's why I'm in last.
Yes. So, and then rumors: Maitland-Niles on loan to either Saints, Leicester, or West Brom. There's been, there's been rumors. He says he wants to go to West Brom because it's guaranteed playing time, and he's probably going to play in the midfield. Arsenal and Arteta want him to go to Saints because it's a better team. He'll actually be playing with better teammates. Then Leicester just recently have joined the race and seem to be likely to actually just swoop in and get him on loan anyway. So I think that would be good for Saints. I don't think it'll happen now that Leicester are involved because Leicester's just a better team you'd want to go to than Southampton. So
agreed. I have to zoom through the last 3 transfers because producer Sutton has to go celebrate a birthday. But just to wrap it up, as well as that, Patrick Van Aanholt, Arsenal want, yes. Another good fullback. I mean, Kieran Tierney's kind of insane, so I don't know what
I think it's just backup.
Yeah.
Tierney's been injured a little bit, so.
Yeah, Ousmane Dembele to Man United if Sancho doesn't go, and I just feel like Sancho's rumors are so old, and so it's like the same thing, like it's not going to happen. But, I mean, again, Ousmane Dembele would be good. I mean, you never know, like, it could happen. I could see it happening.
Yeah.
I come up with Frenchman Tony Martial.
I see so many Barca players leaving, and, wouldn't be surprised. And then finally, Alexis Sanchez involved in another swap deal. With Dzeko and Sanchez, so he would go to Roma and Dzeko would go to Inter, and I mean, again,
Dzeko's like great career, but like he's old.
Yeah.
I mean, kind of a dead deal.
Yeah, no one really cares about it.
No one.
2 big names or once were so. I
mean, Dzeko for Man City and Alexis Sanchez for Arsenal,
But
that wraps up football on the Class on Grass podcast this week. We will see you guys next week, and until then, have a great week, and peace.